The book that I am about to review was intended for children. However, this video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised. SpongeBob's Easter Parade by Stephen Banks, illustrated by Barry Goldberg, based on the characters created by Stephen Hillenburg. Copyright 2005. The streets of Bikini Bottom were empty. "Oh no!" cried Patrick. "We're the only two people left." I'm going to try to do the voices from SpongeBob. It's kind of like that thing where a kid says, "Hey, do the voices, do the voices." Since this is such a beloved show, and these voices, these characters are so distinct, I will attempt. But that one I can kind of do. That's Bill. I need to be very careful pronouncing his last name. It's Fagerbakey. It looks like Fagerbukaki. And I had to do SpongeBob's voice here. I tried doing SpongeBob's voice, but every time I did SpongeBob's voice, it sounded like Cartman from South Park. So I'm just kind of going to lean into it. I really can't do what Tom Kenny does. He's an amazing voice artist. You probably know Tom Kenny from his work on the show Rick and Morty, playing King Jellybean, the jelly bean that tries to rape Morty. I think that's what Tom Kenny's most known for. All right, so once again, it's Cartman. Everybody's at home working on their floats for the Easter parade, so they can win the Golden Egg Award. All right, so there's a parade float contest, and the prize is a golden egg. "Is our float done?" asked Patrick. "We haven't even started it, Patrick. Oh, God, Patrick. Remember, all right, I can't keep that up. We went jellyfishing and bubble watching and had a burp contest, and you counted my holes." That must have gotten awkward towards the end. Just, "Take off your pants, SpongeBob. I want to count your holes." "That was fun," shouted Patrick. "Let's do it again." SpongeBob shook his head. "Oh, Patrick, you are, well, what is the politically correct term? It's, SpongeBob and Patrick ran home. Squidward was coming out of his house. "How's your Easter float coming? I bet you two goof-offs haven't even started." The guy that does the voice of Squidward, his name is Roger Bumpass. And I'm not going to make a joke about his name, but I will say that if he ever gets into any sort of trouble, like is accused of sexual misconduct, I think with a little bit of practice, I could slide in there and play Squidward. "Ha ha ha! Good luck. The parade's tomorrow morning." "We can do it," announced SpongeBob. That's my new SpongeBob voice. Okay, so this next thing is like this joke that's just this one note joke that they keep hitting that one note and expecting it to be beautiful music, and it's not. It's one note. "Let's put witches and ghosts on it." It's not Halloween. "Well, let's put Santa Claus and snow on it." It's not Christmas, you friggin' idiot. "Turkey and pilgrims." Yeah, okay, we get it. All right? We get it. "No, Patrick, it's Easter. God, I hate you, Patrick. Oh my God, Patrick. Screw you guys. I'm going home." An Easter float should have a bunny or Easter eggs or something to do with underwater Jesus and the resurrection. Patrick picked up an egg and he glued it to a piece of wood and then tied it to a rope, and "All right, it's done," he shouted. "We're going to win." SpongeBob shook his head. "Seriously, Patrick? Oh my God, Patrick. I don't think so. Let's go look at the other floats." So they go look at the other parade floats. First they stop by Mr. Krabs. It's kind of weird. They just peek through the window. They don't even go into the Krusty Krab. They just are watching Mr. Krabs, and he has designed a float with his daughter Pearl dressed as a bunny And this just looks like some weird stuff. Erg! This will win the Golden Egg Award and sell Krabby Patties too. It's not bad. I think I do a pretty decent Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is voiced by Clancy Brown. If you saw Clancy Brown, you'd recognize him right away. When I think of him, I think of Starship Troopers. He was the drill sergeant, the one that every time someone got hurt, he yelled, "Medic!" Next, they spied on Plankton's float, which was just a giant statue of Plankton. "I have outdone myself," shouted Plankton. "All will bow down to me as master of the universe when I win the Golden Egg Award." But watch yourself, Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence does the voice of Plankton. He also does the voice. He also did the voice of Filbert on Rocko's Modern Life, and Tom Kenny was the voice of Heifer on Rocko's Modern Life too. Remember that. I'm a cartoon nerd, okay? I watch cartoons. I'm a grown man that watches cartoons, okay? All right, it's not, there are people out there that have this weird sort of stigma about people that, like myself, that watch cartoons. There's these people that, like the 30-something-year-old guys that call themselves bronies, that watch the My Little Pony show, and, that's a whole different sort of thing than me watching cartoons. As a cartoonist, it's more like a professional sort of research. I've watched, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but I haven't sit there and analyzed it. These people think about, like, which pony they would, have sex with and that, and they're weird, and I don't want to be associated with them. I've thought about, which pony would I had to be in a relationship with. It would be Fluttershy, because, she's kind, and, especially to animals, and I respect that, and she's kind of quiet. Also, Twilight Sparkle. She's intelligent. That's a huge turn on for me, intelligence. Pinkie Pie's just a little too manic. I don't think I could take that energy, and Rarity just seems kind of high maintenance. Apple Blossom's too country, and, Rainbow Dash is straight up lesbian. But I don't want to be associated with those bronies. I don't know what that's about. That's a subculture I'm not. Hey, what's up, girl? Why don't you come give Daddy a little kiss? Huh? What? What? Oh, girl, you a freak. I'm shooting a video right now. Well, okay. So next, Patrick and SpongeBob, they go over and check out what Sandy's doing. Sandy Cheeks has just finished her float when SpongeBob and Patrick peek in. Sandy looked at her float proudly and said, "This is going to be the biggest rootin' and tootin' floatin' that ever get her done." Carolyn Lawrence is pretty safe with her job. I can't do an impersonation of Sandy. Next, they check out Squidward's float. This is a thing they're doing. They're checking out floats. Squidward's float had Squidward playing his clarinet inside a giant egg. That's deep. That's hard, baby. I wonder where I should put the Golden Egg Award when I win tomorrow. I can't wait to see SpongeBob and Patrick's float. I could use a good laugh. Ha ha ha. So, SpongeBob's not taking this well, that everybody's flow's better than ours. We never win. We're so lame. And he says, we shouldn't have gone jellyfishing and bubble watching and all that other stuff. Shouldn't have been preoccupied with hole counting. Just then, a plot device shows up. Just then, a truck carrying a beautiful Easter float pulled up. "Where's Far Reef?" asked the driver. "I gotta deliver this float for their Easter parade." See, I can also do ancillary characters. If anyone from Nickelodeon is watching, I am available. SpongeBob pointed down the road. As the truck pulled away, it hit a bump in the road and the float fell off. SpongeBob ran after the truck. "Hey, Mr. Truck Driver, he called, you dropped your float." So Patrick right away puts his hand on the float and is like, "Claim, this is now our float. This is the Lord has spoken." All right, so SpongeBob, he doesn't feel too good about this. All right, SpongeBob's not an idiot, like I said. He knows that it's wrong to take credit for someone else's work. But Patrick somehow talks SpongeBob into doing something that's completely, out of character for SpongeBob. And the next day they show up with the float. And Sandy says, "That's one heck of a float. That's and tarnation." I know I can do this. I can do Cowboy Curtis. "Hey, Pee-wee." Okay. "That's one heck of a float, Pee-wee." I can't say anything in Cowboy Curtis's voice without adding the word Pee-wee. All right. "That must have cost a pretty penny," said Mr. All right, so like in Star Trek, there were the Ferengis who were obsessed with money, and now in SpongeBob, there's like Mr. Krabs, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm talking about the Jews. I didn't make these characters. I'm not being anti-Semitic. I'm sorry. Masters of all media, controllers of Hollywood, I apologize. That just became so much more anti-Semitic. Alright, so the mayor of Bikini Bottom gave SpongeBob and Patrick the Golden Egg Award. "This is the most beautiful Easter float we have ever seen," he said. "You should be proud." Really hammering it in there. SpongeBob tried to smile. "Yeah, we're very proud." So SpongeBob's just absolutely racked with guilt. Everyone's clapping and chanting, "SpongeBob and Patrick, SpongeBob and Patrick, gooble gobble, one of us, one of us." And what is up with that lady with the video camera? She's got a look on her face like she's getting some footage of something. She's filming SpongeBob's holes for a website that she has. Even though everyone was cheering for them, SpongeBob felt bad. He knew they didn't deserve to win. "Stop the parade," shouts SpongeBob. "I have a confession. We didn't make this float." And then Patrick's being stupid. "We didn't do it." Alright, so the Golden Egg Award was divided into 4 pieces and shared by Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, and Plankton. What? Shouldn't it just go to the next best float? Which I think, it was probably Squidward's. And that's why Squidward looks so pissed. Look at that. Everyone else is kind of happy that they got a little piece of the golden egg, but Squidward's, that flaccid face right there says it all. He's just as upset as I am. This is that crap where kids play sports and everyone gets a participation award. That's crap. It is about playing the game. But winning is enticing. It's what makes the game exciting to play. If there are no winners and losers, why play the game? Winning improves someone's confidence. Losing builds character. Not everyone should get a trophy. Kids today are soft. Have you seen some of them? With the crazy crap that they do, we need bullies back in schools. Probably won't use that part because that's pretty harsh. Oh boy, hello. Here we go. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever. What do you think about SpongeBob's Easter Parade? I thought it sucked. I thought it was in no way, shape, or form representative of the SpongeBob SquarePants brand. Completely out of character. I deem this book unsponge-worthy. This is James A. Roberson saying,
"Shut up, Squidward. I hate you, Squidward."
Please give me a job doing voice work for cartoons, because that's... damn. Those people make some money. I need to make more money.